I'm just saying with how often the Sox have people on the IL and stuff like that. Maybe they just let the players make all the
I see. Where you're going.
decisions going forward. I mean,
Yeah, you got to try
right,
something different.
right.
Shake it up.
It might be the route to go. Maybe Eloy will just dictate whenever he decides to come back.
Yeah, he would never go on the IL. He'd be
I,
always fine.
well, that's what's interesting is, did you remember did we bring this up? Oh, we didn't talk about it last week. So, well, why don't we go into Wrath of Hahn right now then?
All right.
Because I started talking about Eloy, I'm going to switch
We
it up.
completely forgot to mention the most ridiculous story of the year, the most unfortunate story of the year. Eloy Jimenez
Mendes?
appendectomy. Jimenez.
Yes. Like I was at the Kentucky Derby for my brother's bachelor party, and
We never talked about that. Are there any stories you can share on this podcast about that?
not in the air.
All right.
But what
The
happens
after
at the
show,
Derby
I'll find
stays at
out.
the Derby.
There what?
What happens at the Derby stays at the
All right.
Derby.
All right.
But Smitty texted me and was like,
That's me.
Eloy's in the hospital, and I was like,
I put a question mark. I thought you were going to
yeah,
tell me all the details of what was going on.
yeah. I'm like, what are you? You tell me. I'm at the Derby. I'm drunk. What's up, man?
I broke the news to you that Eloy was in the hospital. At that point, they just said he had abdominal pain. And obviously later it was revealed he had his appendix removed. But I thought
Yes.
your smartwatch over there that you brag about all the time, that makes you omniscient of all things baseball. It gives you alerts at every moment what's happening.
I'm at an event with 150,000 people, my friend. Not
Did you have
everything's going to get through to me.
I was gonna say, did you have bad service there?
I didn't have bad service, but there were noticeable things that I did not get alerted to.
There were probably other things to watch. You were in the infield, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was in the infield. It was
probably
like
other things to watch other than your watch at that
college
point.
Frat party there, basically.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was a wild time. It's the Indy 500 infield, Smitty, in suits and dresses. Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have been to Indy 500s, and I would not want to wear a suit to anything relatively similar. Were you wearing a suit?
I was all dressed up for the
awesome.
Derby, sweating my balls off. 84
yeah, that sounds
degrees
awful.
and sunny. Yeah, it was. $17 for a mint julep took about 45 minutes in line to get anything. It was a good time.
You can't bring a cooler of your own.
No, that's one of the main difference. Yeah, that's one of the main differences. Yeah.
We digress. This is not a horse racing
anyway.
podcast.
So the interesting thing about Eloy and the appendix surgery is, do you remember somewhat infamous White Sox signing who also had his appendix removed?
I do not.
Well, one Adam Dunn.
Oh, the donkey
had to have it. Yeah, donkey had to have an appendix removed. Had an appendectomy, and guess how long it took Donkey to return to the field?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was only like a day.
7 days.
Yeah.
He was back hitting in 7 days. There was literally concerns about the stitches ripping out. And he's like, fuck it, I'm playing.
Wow. Well, I think the injury history and the soft tissue issues that Eloy has had over his time, it would be reason for caution that maybe the big donkey didn't have to have.
Well, the big donkey was so bad. Big donkey was so bad. I think he was just trying to do anything to make White Sox fans like him.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, to be back, and I didn't think anything was odd by the 4 to 6 week recovery time for
Eloy.
No,
totally not.
I'm not going to look for a conspiracy theory there necessarily, but just unbelievable everything he has gone through, and this is why
he was really starting to hit too. That's what was so crazy about it.
No, I mean, who could have expected an appendectomy? I guess we should at this point. I mean, I kind of fear for the directions our minds could go in from here on out. What's next for Eloy after this? I mean, this is why we coined the term Wrath of Hahn. Everything he touches is turned to shit in some other form, or some form or another. And one of which is this Eloy consistently not on the field for bizarre reasons. I mean, this certainly is none of his fault, but it's just another such a long, ridiculous list of reasons why he's going to miss I mean, how much time is he going to already total missing of this season? I mean, how's he even going to get back to being able to play in half the games this year? It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be
I guess
tough.
we will.
All right,
I'm
yeah,
betting
yeah.
against it somehow.
All right, that's fair. You go to points bets and get your bet in.
Yeah, can you do that? But bet on games played per
Certain
season?
places have like almost a Vegas prop bets on them, so you might be able to find that.
I think that under over is pretty low for Eloy, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure there's much value
it
there.
might be better to take the over at this point.
Hmm.
Might get a better odds on that.
This is why I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Word Hole Media.